Hi, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. This is for Monday through the Thursday. Now, a lot of 1 energy here, a lot of 10 energy here. 10 is transitions, 1's our new beginning. 0 is God's source energy. So there's a lot of, we have October, which is the 10th month. So it starts with October, which is actually the 8th, but we won't go into the numbers on that one. But October is the 10th month. We have October 10th, so 10-10. We have 10-11, and then we do have the 10-12, and then we have our 20-22. So we do have a lot of 1s and 10s energy here. Now, I am going to be using, oh, by the way, if you want to bypass this, if you're new to my channel, or if you're Crosswatch and you just want to bypass, I should have the timestamp right down there in the description. You click on it, it'll bypass. I hope you watch at least one time, though. Anyway, this is the introduction. Anyway, I am going to be using my Radley Valentine deck, my Archangel Power Tarot cards, and then I will pull one from my from my Guardian Angel cards. I will also pull one from my, what is the name of this deck again? This is the Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies by Francis Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo, and then my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for the introduction, what we're going to do is we're going to use the my Waite Rider traditional tarot, and we're going to go back to my Osha Zen tarot as kind of a backup energy to see what's going on with that. Now, I have prayed, meditated, I've infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Just remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. Okay? Okay. So yes, this is where I'm doing this on the 8th, or I'm sorry, on the 7th, and we're right in that time of that full moon, which will be in the 9th, and it is all about, Aries, pushing things through. If you want to know more about it, I did talk about that in the introduction with the last one. So what do we have going on in the stars as we're talking? I told you the 9th, the full moon, and we do have Pluto in Capricorn is stationary right now as it turns direct. On the 10th, we have Mercury, which is direct, but it's entering into Libra at 7:51 p.m., and that will be Eastern Standard Time. And it will be, Mercury about communication, electronics. It will be opposing Jupiter, which is in Aries. So, there might be a little bit of that friction energy going on, especially between, what we're saying and what we want and what actually is happening. Because Jupiter is all about largesse, it's all about good fortune, but Mercury is Mercury in Libra does try to keep a balance, does want a balance in communication, but it just, because they're opposing each other, there might be a little bit of a friction, especially on that 10th, and again, 10-10. So then Libra, the Sun in Libra and Venus in Libra on the 12th and 14th will be trining Saturn. So that actually will be a good energy for Saturn, which is retrograde in Aquarius right now. So that will actually try to create some balance for that energy. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see what we've got here for just universal energy. What is happening? Now, I am an intuitive channeler, so I open myself to higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, or, you can, whatever you want to say, and just ask for what does higher power want people to know about what's going on in the world, especially for this week of transitions and new beginnings, new starts. The ones have it. So here we go, 1, 2, and 3. Let's pull this down just a touch. Maybe you can see it a little bit better that way. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Remember, anything reversed, stronger energies. First card is, okay, well, here we go. This is a 0. Remember I said this is about transitions and new beginnings. We have a 0, which again, God, Source, Holy Spirit energy. We have the Fool. The Fool is on a journey that does not necessarily make sense. The Fool is taking, where the directions say to turn right. The Fool either goes direct or goes to the left. The Fool just is going by his gut or her gut alone. Okay? But the Fool also goes by total faith, knows that he's on a journey, she's on a journey, and just says, you know what, higher power, I'm trusting you in my journey. So something going on. Again, 0, source energy. Again, the Fool, a new journey, a new transition, something's a changing, something, is bringing us to another step in our journey, but it's all about having faith. Having faith and just knowing and believing that things will turn out the way higher power wants them to turn out. And the thing is too, that is for the betterment and the good of the good people. Okay, let's see, and that was reversed. Next card is, okay, here we go here, and that again is reversed. Now we have a 7. 7 is a divine number. I look at it as a divine umbrella, divine covering, divine intervention, sometimes divine interference. We have rod energy or wand energy. That is our Leo, Sagittarius, our Aries energy. And we do have Aries, strong, Jupiter in Aries right now. And the moon, that full moon, even though it's right after the full moon, that 9th, we still have that very positive Aries energy pushing things through. Now, the 7 of Rods is basically about not giving an inch, standing firm. So it kind of goes along with believe in what's going on around you, believe in something more than you, and don't give up. This is all about not giving up. This is about standing firm. Sometimes they'll say this is protecting what is your own, okay? But at the same time, it's stand firm, don't give an inch type of energy here. So let's see what we've got here now. This one, now we come to the 13th. Now we will have the 13th here, so we have October 13th. 13th is a 1, new beginning again. 10, transitional energy. 3 is our, celebration. It is creativity. It is also, about the power of 3. And, I'm always saying, with the full moon, release, relinquish, request, you can do that. You can do that anytime you really want to do that. But it's always more, it has a little more oomph to it. And it feels just that much better to do it the 3 days before the full moon and including the full moon and the 3 days after. So this brings us to that card. So we have 2 major arcanas here. One is just have faith, believe things are going to turn out right, even if you don't understand it. Stand firm, believe, again, have faith, believe, stand firm. But then we have the Death card, and the Death card is a transitional energy. Again, it is like something has to end in order for something to begin. And, our usual analogies is, somebody is pregnant, the pregnancy goes, it's 9 months, it ends, labor starts, labor ends, and there is a new birthing, okay? The Death card is, it can be a little bit of a shock. The Death card can be, it can be to the point where, people, if you look at this, he's not necessarily this knight or this soldier or whoever you want to say this death is not necessarily, doing anything beyond just being there. This person has passed out because of fear. There is also this child who's just kind of like, oh my goodness, this is very fascinating. We have someone that's kneeling and that's turning away, but then we have somebody that, and this looks like this is a religious figure that is basically in supplication. So death does not mean death per se, but it does have a lot of change energy to it. And these are some days that have a lot of transitional change energy. So it looks like we're in for a really interesting week. We need to be the 1, we need to be the Rods, we need to be the 7, and remember again, 7, divine covering. We need to be the ones that we just stand firm. And, we don't go, we don't go nuts. We don't go crazy. We don't go, oh my goodness, what's going on? The sky's falling, henny penny. We don't do a henny penny. We just have faith. We believe that everything is going to work the way it's supposed to work, but it is going to work the way it's supposed to in higher powers' will, not in man's will. How's that? So interesting energies, interesting week. Be not afraid. Everything's in control right now. Okay, let's see. Now, I did talk about rods, so let's go on. We have water, which is cups. Cups is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Fluid, emotional energy. We have swords, which is our air energy. It is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra energy. So it's thought processes, making plans. And then we have our pentacles, which is our earth energy. And that's Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. And remember, Pluto's just kind of like moving, just not quite moving yet. Still in a stationary mode, but starting to kind of starting. Just a really little bit of a start. Okay, let's see what we've got going here. And let's see what else we have. So yeah, interesting week for us. Interesting week. Stand firm. Believe. Don't give up. Don't give up anything. Okay? Here we go. So there does look some testing energy here. I'm not going to make it all, there looks like we're going to be tested, but have faith, stand strong, and after whatever it is that kind of scares the heebie-jeebies out of us, it all is that much better. Okay, let's see what we've got here. The Osha Zen Tarot. And here we are. Integration. Now, this is a 14. 14, this is where everything comes together. Now, 14 is also, because this is one of the major arcanas, if we were to translate it into this. So 14 is a 1, new beginning again. 10, transitional energy. 4 is our leadership, organization. It's very much a stable energy here. This would be the Temperance card. This is where things come to balance. This is where we don't go to the highs, we don't go to the lows. We try to keep balanced, okay? Libra is all about balance. Now, but we do have integration, and I'm kind of wondering if we have the integration maybe on the 14th, so after we get through the week, maybe the Friday is where things all come together for us. We have yin and yang, or yin and yang. We have a higher power looking down. We have some peaceful energy. We have water energy. We have air energy. We have, we just have some interesting energy with this. And I'm kind of looking at this higher power holding this yin and yang ball, and it's over the snake that's actually eating himself. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a very positive one, but we still have to keep our tempers in check. We need to make sure that we practice. I don't necessarily know that we practice compromise, because compromise has always been fine, whatever you want to me. But I would say that this is where we have to keep our balance. Okay. But it looks like, integration is about everything coming together. So, interesting week. Let's see what happens. Keep your energies high. Keep your vibrations high. No matter what comes across, always believe that there's always something better just around the corner. Okay? Now, take a moment, please, to comment, like, share, subscribe. Click on that old bell for notifications, and why don't we start our readings now? Hello, my Geminis. Yep, I met a really sweet Gemini yesterday at the shop, at my booth, and she was telling me a little bit of her story, and I was like, oh my goodness, if I had her name, I'd give her a shout out. And I was like, wow, she had gone through, she had a lot of heavy knocks. And I know, there's some special Geminis out there that have been going through a lot at the same time too. So you guys, my Geminis, you have gone through a whole lot. But the thing that I got from both her story and my other special Geminis is you get yourself right back up there. And with Mars is really pushing you into it keeps you moving forward. You do not give up. You do not give up. You keep going forward. And it just, I had a lot of admiration for you, my Geminis. Here we go. So the first card is the 10 of Raphael. 10s have transitional energy. Remember, we just talked all about that in the introduction. So, transitional, 1, 0, God, source, new beginnings. Raphael is our water energy. It is our Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid emotional energy. Pisces is the big player right now with Neptune. Neptune is subconscious wishes, is really delving into what it is that we want in our life. The 10 of Raphael does speak about a happy home. It does have a lot of spiritual blessings to it. And part of it might be, maybe the home in itself might not necessarily be the happiest, but it is also what you bring to that table. You can look at your table. It's kind of like a happy home is kind of like like a potluck supper. And it's like, if people are bringing garbage to the table, then you know what? That's what you're going to be getting. But if you bring some quality food or some tasty yummies, and I don't know why I'm even going down that route, but it's just coming out, then you have, you know that you have blessings. You know that you are blessed. So this does have spiritual blessings. This does have family blessings. But remember too, family blessings doesn't necessarily have to be in the natural. They can also be in the supernatural. They can also be ancestral blessings, okay? Because remember, we are in that time where that veil gets very, very thin between the natural and the supernatural, the physical and the metaphysical. So there may be this time, so maybe not in the natural per se, but more in that supernatural. You might be feeling the blessings coming from them, okay? All right, interesting with that one. Love and blessings fill your life. You are loved. You are loved. Harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. Yeah, and I'm feeling, remember, this is a spiritual energy here too. And again, too, I'm hoping that your here and now is, your physical is filled with these blessings. I really want them to be, but it could also be that you're being watched, you're being loved by that other side of the veil, okay? And I think that many of my Geminis can feel that side too. Next card, the Night of Gabriel. Ooh, what is this all about? This is that Aries energy. This is that Mars energy. Aries full moon, Mars in Gemini. So the Night's energy, court cards, dual energies. Night's energy underlying is fire, and Gabriel is fire. So fire, fire. The Night of Gabriel day does not like to look foolish. Okay, so whatever he's riding into, he's got a mission. Now she, there's a girl on here. There is a mission. It's a mission that is not impossible. It is a very possible mission. But again, going back to the introduction where there's that fool, some of it is a leap of faith. Some of it may not necessarily feel like it can pan out. But the Night of Gabriel is a mission type of energy here. And Night's directional. You say, okay, let's get going. It's going. Gabriel, again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire, passionate, consuming energies. Going after something that maybe you've thought has been out of reach. Going after something that you might have thought was impossible. But it's kind of like a nothing is impossible week for you. Okay? Because of this. Now, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Like I said, they really do think things through. A lot of times people think that fire signs are just very reactive, but they're also signs that take very calculated risks. They will take a risk, but they have thought because they don't want to look foolish. Fire signs do not like to look foolish. So whatever risk this is, they've thought this out. So this is very thought out energy here. Your next card here is the 7 of Gabriel. This is the 7 of rods that was also in the introduction. Again, 7, divine umbrella, Gabriel, fire energy. This is really you stepping up and you standing up and you having courage and you believing in yourself. Again, like I said, the Night, does not want to look foolish. So you know what you need to do. You know what you need to go after. And this is, again, standing up, not backing down. Okay, stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. So again, I am getting a very supernatural feeling about this. Again, I'm hoping that your reality, that you find your blessings and that you know you're blessed, but I'm getting a very supernatural energy from that 10 of Raphael. So, I don't know. You tell me, my Geminis, anyone that has crossed the veil that, I don't know. Okay, but nothing is impossible. And I've got 2 cards that have flown down here, so let's see. Oh, I've got 3 cards. Oh, that always means that there's going to be so much more to talk about. Anyway, let's see what these are all about. So we got 1, 2, 3. 8 of thought, 8 of air. Okay, and this is that one where you feel trapped. You don't feel like things are moving for you as much as they should be. You may feel as though you're restricted by the circumstances you find yourself in, but that's just an illusion. Make a promise to yourself to refuse to be stuck in a situation that's making you unhappy. Don't wait for someone to come to the rescue when you can free yourself. So 8 of thought. You don't have to wait for someone. You can do it yourself. Here we go. This one is reversed. Here we go with that one. The 5 of emotion. So 5 has a change energy to it. Emotion is that water energy, cup energy. This is kind of like looking back at your mistakes, looking back at where you've been, maybe kind of saying, oh, why did I do this? Why, why? But forgiveness is an important part of healing. So you do need, and again, forgiveness does not necessarily help the other person because they sometimes don't know, they don't care, but it does help you. I look at forgiveness as like taking heavy chains off of you, okay? Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can move forward. Grieving is a normal part of life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path to joy. Okay, let's see what this last one is. And now we have the 6 of emotion, so 6 of cups. This is a very nostalgic energy, kind of goes back to this 10 of Raphael. So 6, number of man, energies you make for yourself. Anyway, memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly, and we still in that Mercury shadow. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. And that's the one thing that my Geminis, you may need to connect with that little girl, little boy inside of you, and maybe ask some of your spirit guides, loved ones who have passed to help you through that too. And sometimes it's very good to really just kind of love that inner child of you. Okay. Interesting stuff here, but again, nothing is impossible. You need to kind of, this is telling you what you're going through, and this is kind of telling you what your motivation is too. Okay, interesting for my Geminis. Now, inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies. Let's see what we've got here. I do shuffle the cards between and here. I'm only saying that because I've been getting the same card coming up. So let's see what we've got here. We're shuffling again for my Geminis. And here we are. Oh, I like this. Guardian of the Sun and Moon. The change you seek may be outside your comfort zone. Ask for the strength to help you move forward. Again, I'm really feeling there's a lot of this thinning of the veil energy around you. Do you feel it? Are you feeling people around you or spirits around you or angels? Now remember too, when this is happening, I do ask higher power to cloak me, cover me with the cloak of protection, because I don't want someone slipping in that maybe I don't want to meet or see. But there's a lot of love around you, my Geminis, right now. And that's what I'm feeling. There's a lot of love around you. I'm hoping it's in the physical, but I really feel like it's in the metaphysical. So, okay, let's see what crystal or energy we have for you. So don't be ashamed or don't feel weird about talking to them, okay? Maybe you might want to do it privately, though. Anyway, next, this is reversed Celestite, communicating with angels, tranquility, good fortune, deep meditation. Love Celestite. I need to get a Celestite bracelet. Okay, I'm wearing my Palo Santo bracelet, but I think I'm going to get myself a Celestite. Anyway, I digress. Anyway, my Geminis. So take a moment, please, to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. As always, though, my Geminis, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.